Okay. So as we start, I would really want to know what's your level with this whole AI video stuff. Do you have like prior knowledge, or you have like zero knowledge about it? Are you an absolute
Oh,
beginner?
I'm an absolute beginner on AI video. I don't have any basic knowledge on it.
Prior to this time. Okay. I'm asking that question so that I know how to tailor our classes. All right. Because there are
Okay.
some of my and that's the good thing about the one-on-one class. I meet you at where you are in terms of knowledge wise. There are some of my one-on-one students that have like basic knowledge, right? There are some that have intermediate knowledge. That means they've been using it for a while. They just want to learn more. So the class is uniquely designed based on your um your level of exposure to the to AI videos in itself. All right. So what you see on my screen right now is actually an animation that we are doing, a video that we are doing in my other one-on-one class. I had a one-on-one class earlier. So this is my second one-on-one. I have like three more. I think I have like three more so to go for today. All right. So let's get started with the very basics. Let's get started with the very basics of what we are doing. Let me get my document up here so I can explain from there. I'm going to do today's class is going to be more of introduction into what we are actually doing, and then we are going to have like a small practical. This class is more of doing, not just talking. Okay, this class is more of as I'm doing, I'm showing you, not just talking about theories. But before we get into the practicals, you need to understand the theories before you know how to write. Okay, you need to know ABCD, isn't it? Before you know how to actually spell, you
Yes,
need
sir.
to know how to write your. If you need to know ABCD, if not, if you don't know it, it's almost impossible for you to have for you to be able to to write or to spell. Okay. So now what we're going
Yes,
to
sir.
do, what we're doing right now is I'm going to introduce the tools that we're actually going to be using. We are introducing the tools that we're actually going to be using. So there are different tools out there to use when it comes to creating AI videos. I'm going to change this to the one that we're actually going to be using for this class. These are some of the tools, right? I'll still mention them, but I'm going to talk more about the ones I'll be using in the course of this class. And that way you are not going to spend so much money because there are some tools that you would use. I bet you would have to spend so much money. So much money. All right. So tools to
No problem.
use.
All right, sir.
The first tool that we are going to use, or most of the popular tools we use, is Chat GPT and Cloud AI. Chat GPT and Cloud AI. This is for, let me put it this way. This is for scripts and prompts generation. You've seen many stories online that you love. There are so many videos you've watched, AI generated content that you've watched. Okay. They
Yes,
use
yes, sir.
ChatGPT and Cloud AI to generate the scripts. The script is like the story, is what gives like direction to what the video should be all about, right? We use ChatGPT or Cloud AI to write the scripts, and then we also used ChatGPT or Cloud AI to generate the video prompts. What I mean by prompt is, for example, you can see a shot where they say the camera should go in 360 round the object or whatever it is, right? For you to have multiple shots in your videos, for you to have multiple scenes in your videos, you actually need a prompt. Prior to this time, you needed to be like a prompt engineer or a prompt expert. You would have to sit down and be creating every prompt for your videos. Let's say your videos, you need 40 prompts. You now be the one creating the 40 prompts for that video. Do you understand? But right now, we are going to use ChatGPT or Cloud AI to generate those 40 prompts. For example, okay? So ChatGPT and Cloud AI are used for scripting and prompts. You must always remember this.
All
Scripting
right, sir.
and prompts. Then we use Wix and Grok. right? We use them
All
for
right.
image and video generation. We use them for what? Image and video generation. So what that means is that you see that prompt that we finally got in, we are going to copy that prompt, paste it inside of Wix AI. This Wix AI is by Google. Either Wix AI or Grok. There are times we use AI, Wix AI and Grok. There are times we use this Wix AI to generate just images. Okay? Then we bring those images into Grok to actually animate them. Are we together? And I'm going to show you how this is done practically. We use Wix AI, and as we proceed, I want to ask: is this your first time of, like, the last time or the time you saw me before you paid for my class? Was it the first time of you bumping into my TikTok live?
No, no, that's not the first time, sir.
That's not
I
the
was
first time.
recommended. I was recommended by a friend of mine to you.
Okay, what's the name of the person?
Abdul Qadri.
Sorry, call name again.
Abdul Qadri. The person has not paid for one-on-one mentorship. The person only paid for
The
a
community
normal
class.
class.
Wow.
He told you he's going to camp orientation. That after the orientation, he will pay for the one-on-one mentorship. But
Okay.
I'm also going for the orientation. But I need the mentorship now. That's the reason why I
Mm-hmm.
pay for the one-on-one.
Okay. Okay. Thanks so much for telling me that. I needed to know if so that means before you even paid, you had not watched you've never seen any of my videos online. He just recommended and you paid.
Yes, yes, yes.
Have you seen some of the work that he has actually done?
Currently he's working on an Egyptian video that
Okay.
I saw last night, yeah, last
Hmm.
night.
So what really
So
convinced you to pay for the class?
you know, there is nothing that confused me. The only thing that confused me is that when anything he said, that's what
Hmm.
I believe that the person is good because he's not
Okay.
a person that will just tell me anyhow
Okay, that would
thing.
just lie to you. All right, thank you. Okay, so
Yes,
you would
and
actually see for yourself.
after he told me about you, I went to TikTok and searched for your username and
Hmm.
I checked your previous videos and but I've not joined your TikTok like once.
Okay.
So I checked your previous videos and I can see that and that was one thing that confused me also. So just
Okay.
to go let this thing put me on this YouTube automation and get monetized.
Okay,
That's what
monetize
I
it. All right. Okay, let's get started. So we've talked about ChatGPT Cloud and Wix AI and Grok. Okay. So ChatGPT and Cloud are used for script and prompts generation, right? Wix and Grok used for image and video generation. Then we use 11th Lab. This does not mean that these are all the AI platforms. So I'm telling you about the ones that we are actually going to be using. Okay. Then we use 11th Lab
okay, so
for audio generation. For what? For audio generation to make our voiceover. Then
yeah.
finally we use CapCut to edit our video. Okay, we do our post production. Let's say you're working on a video that has like 20 small scenes. Some of the videos you generate are going to be like 5 seconds. You now have to compile all of them together to form a full-length video. Okay, so these are some of the tools that we use in class. Now, what you'll be learning in this class is how to generate 30 days content topic. How to generate what? 30 days content topic on any particular niche you are working on. You can hear me, right?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
hear me? Okay. So how to generate 30 days content topic, I'll show you some of that today. How to turn each of those topic into a story or into a script. Let me change this from story to script. how to turn each of them to what? Into a script, and then how to get prompts for videos from each story or scene. So how to convert these your scripts, right, into prompts. So I'll just change this here to how to convert scripts into image and video prompts. Okay, so after we gotten our script, I'll tell you how to convert this. Then the next is generating voiceover from 11th lab using your scripts. Okay, then after that, the next is editing your clips, audio, sound effects on CapCut, and then creating a thumbnail. Then also how to set up a US or Nigerian YouTube account. Then I'm going to teach you about vidIQ, which helps you in posting and all of that. Okay. Now we have all of this now that we've said. Let's get started with our first video. If you notice that we are starting from a blank page here,
Right.
there is nothing. In fact, to make you realize that this is not something we've already generated and we are just bringing them here, I would need you to choose a topic that we should create a video on. What niche do you like? Let's say storytelling, true crime, documentary. What niche do you like? Let's create videos on it.
Any niche you can work on billionaire stories, true
Okay, so
crime, anyone.
you said okay, you mentioned billionaire story. Let's start from that. Let's start from billionaire story. Pardon me, I need to respond to something.
Right, sir.
Okay, so let's create our linear series. So let's say I want to generate. Remember, I said one of the things we learn is to generate 30 days topic, isn't it? Is to generate 30 days topic. So what I will do right now is I will just come here and I will say create. Or I will tell it I have a YouTube channel, a YouTube faceless channel where I talk about true life. For example, let's say true life and fictional billionaire stories. Hmm? Give me 30 engaging stories I can turn into video for my channel, right? It's going to now give me 30 topics that I can start generating. Do you see that? It's still generating. It's going to get down to 30. It's generating. And now I'm going to tell you the reason why most times personally I use what's it called? I use Cloud AI for my scripts, right? Compared to using ChatGPT. Cloud AI is very good at writing, especially writing stories and writing long scripts. Okay, it's very good at what? Writing stories and writing long scripts compared to ChatGPT. So most times I use Grok. I use a sorry, not Grok, Cloud AI to write my stories. Now this is the first topic that's given to me. How a small town retailer became the richest man in America by revolutionizing discount shopping. Okay, I'll copy this, right? This is a billionaire story. It's not a Nigerian billionaire story. All right. So I'll now tell AI, I'll say create a script that has good hook for this topic based on true life events. Write the script in storytelling format. Let me say in storytelling narration format. Now, the reason why I'm telling you to write the story in storytelling narration format is so that I have only one voiceover in my entire video. I don't want multiple characters to be talking. I just want a voiceover narrator to be saying what is happening or what happened, right? Like telling the story. Are you with me? I just want a
Yes, sir.
voiceover narrator telling the story. I don't want multiple characters to be talking to themselves. Okay? So right now it has given us our scripts. Do you see this? These are our scripts. I think it's still writing. I think it's done. You can still write it. So let's wait for it to finish writing. Okay, I think it's still writing. Now this is like a long script. But for our class, because we have like let's say 30 minutes, I'm going to generate just some parts of this story to show you what I mean. Let me generate from here to this point. Let's say part one and part two, act one and act two, rather, which is going to be like 3 to 4 minutes or more. Okay, I'll copy them. What I'm doing right now is what I'm supposed to do for the entire script. Are we together? Can you hear me and are you following?
I'm following you, sir.
Okay, so I'll paste that particular part of the script and I'll tell AI if okay. So I want to ask you, do you want the video to be realistic or cartoon style? These are the things you should be asking yourself when you are creating your videos. Realistic or cartoon style?
Okay. Realistic.
Huh?
Realistic.
Okay. Realistic, Abby. So I'm going to tell it create,
Yes.
let me say hyper realistic. Let me say hyper realistic human like prompts for this story with maximum of 20 prompts. You are the one that will decide how many prompts that you want. If you don't tell it how many prompts you want, it might generate more prompts for you. For example, this particular clip, it can generate like let's say 40 prompts. The more prompts you have, meaning that the more small clips you would have to generate. So what I'll do right now, because of we are doing realistic, okay, I can just copy you can just copy this first part. This is prompt one. Okay, I'll copy that part. We've not generated our voiceover yet. I'll copy that part, go to grok.com. Under grok.com, I will click on Imagine, whether using my phone or my laptop. This is web version. Or paste that prompt here, click on generate. Let's watch to see what it's going to give us. Do you see the percentage? It's loading. So let's see, it's almost ready. Do you see this? Can you see this? These are
Sir.
first prompts. It says Chevrolet car and everything, but it does not show the logo so that it does not affect copyrights. Okay, so this is what we have here for this first scene. If I want to create another scene, all I have to do is just to go in here, copy my prompts. Hmm? Come in here
Yes, sir.
again, paste. And I can be generating multiple at the same time. Like, not like at the same time, like one after the other. While one is being, this is how it's being generated. I'll go here, copy, paste. But now I want our video to be in portrait, in landscape. You need a difference between a landscape video and a portrait video. YouTube, normal YouTube videos, long form videos use landscape. Then what's it called? Shorts or on TikTok uses portraits. So make sure your video is at 3:2. The video ratio. Click on video here on this sign here. Click on 3:2 to do landscape videos like this. So this is the second prompt. You see this is like a realistic view. If you don't like it, you can click and then it's going to generate it again. Are we together? If you don't like the
Yes,
thing that
sir.
it gave to you, you can actually click on it and it's going to generate something new. So I'll just be copying my prompts, pasting them one after the other. I'll just copy. So we've done 4. This is the 5th one. Generate. I'm coming here, copy, go to Grok, generate. Do you see these ones are still being generated? So while they are being generated, you can continue to do more. So let's do the entire 20. Then we are going to download them, import them into CapCut. Then do our voiceover. But you saw how we only what's the thing we started with? An idea. We actually
Yes.
started with an idea. If you do not have the idea that you want to create, what's it called? Um, if you didn't have the idea that you want to create, what do I call it? Billionaire stories. That's not the result you will get. You will not just tell AI, create a story for me. That's generic. But first of all, we had to start off with an idea. We needed to know what kind of story do we want to tell. Okay? So yeah, let me proceed to just be pasting them one after the other. So using that part, all we are doing is copy and pasting. This part looks easy because you're just copying text, paste them inside of this guy, and it's going to generate. But this one, I don't understand what they're doing here. This did not come out properly, so I'm going to click on redo. He's going to redo it. This is supposed to be a man and this lady, but this is like a woman, this is like her leg. So I'm going to redo that part. It did not come out well. So I'll copy this other side, paste it in here. This one, we're actually redoing it. This one. So come in here. Once we get to 20, we'll start downloading our videos one after the other. Start downloading them one after the other. My team right now we're at 17. Yes. We have like after this one we have 2 more before we start doing our post-production. We're going to do our voiceover. In the course of the class, I would also show you how to clone a voiceover, but I don't really encourage people doing that. What I encourage you to do is I encourage you to create um, your own custom voiceover in 11th lab instead of cloning anybody's voice. These parts, they are still giving us something wrong. They are still giving us something wrong. Let's see. Medium shot of Helen Water to a 6-year-old white female standing beside Sab. Let me see Sam. Then in bracket, let me see a male. a mail, right? Let me generate again and see. It's not giving me what I want. Okay, but here I think they are giving us what we need. We can choose any of these and actually turn it into a video. One thing I like about Grok, it gives you many options. It gives you what? Many options. Okay. So where are we? We are at 20. Have we done the 20th one? Yes, we have. We have. So the next thing we want to do right now is we want to start downloading our videos. This was the first one, isn't it? I'll click on download. I go to the next one. Wait, I'm not sure this is part of it. This thing is scattered right now. It's mixing with my old video generations. So let me refresh it and see. So this was our first. This is our second, the old man, I remember. This is our third, I remember. There is another one. Why is it working that way? Why is it working that way? I'll download it and still redo it. Okay, I don't understand why it's working sideways like this. Copy this, save this. So right now I'm just downloading my clips one after the other. Are you still following? Are you still following? I can
Yes, sir.
Okay, I need to be sure that you're there. So just be copying all of this one after the other. And after that, come in here, download, come in here, download. This is like a wrong view, but then you just use it. Copy this, copy this. I think have we downloaded this one? Let me download it again in case. I know we are not done here. We still have more. Okay, we have this. We have this one. Save it. Then we have this family. Save. Then these are not work out fine. So we are going to use this. We are going to use this. So right now, the next thing we are going to do is we go into CapCut and paste our clips inside of CapCut, one after the other. We're going to save all our clips from this part down here. Then the next thing I'll do is I'll come under here in CapCut, click here, then click latest to earliest, so that my beginning scene, my beginning clip starts first. I would import all of them into CapCut. You see that scene where we have that woman touching that man's leg? I'm going to touching that other woman's leg. I'm going to work on it again. Okay, I didn't even add it here. Let's go back to our website to see. Okay, we've gotten it here, but this one did not work. There's another one we regenerated. Okay, this say, do you see how I fixed it? The first one, the guy was standing in a rubbish position. So what I'll do now, I'll go back into CapCut, import this last one that we downloaded. Then look for it here and change it. Okay, look at it. This one, we want to change. See, this is what I'm going to do. I'll copy this, drag it, and put on top to ask me to replace. So let's play our entire video and see what it looks like. This is what our entire video looks like. Just watch. When I'm done, we'll start using our voiceover. Right now, this does not make Right now, this does not make sense. Do you know why? Do you know why everything here now does not? Our video is appealing. Our visual is appealing. But do you know why it does not make sense? Are you there?
Yes, sir. No.
So the reason why it does not make sense is that we don't have our voiceover yet. Imagine you post this video online. Huh? It's not going to make sense. Who would want to watch it? What story are you telling? It doesn't really make sense. No sound effects, no background music, just video clip with no audio. So the next thing we are going to do is, you see that script that we copied? Let me look for it. These parts that we copied, I'll copy all of them. I'll
The
copy all
prompt
of
or the
them.
script? The
Huh?
idea, the idea.
What do you say?
Is it the prompt or the idea script?
No, this part
The prompt
is
or
it
the
is no.
idea
Wait, now let me show you.
script.
There's a reason why I'm copying it from the prompt. Remember that we copied from here. This is the script. We copied from here to the end of part Act 2, isn't it? So I'll just copy all
Okay.
of that. Go into 11th lab.
Yes.
I'll go into 11th lab. Click on text to speech. Or click on text to speech. And
Okay.
then paste it in here. But I'm going to take out some things like this hook. I don't want that to be mentioned. Use that part too. Delete. Whatever I don't need in here, I'll delete it. Right?
All right.
Then I already have a voiceover here. I'll just click on generate. Let's generate the voiceover and then edit it.
The year was
So that's the one we are
1985.
going
A
to
man
do
in a
for
beat-up
today's
pickup
class.
truck pulled into the parking lot of his own company
Sorry, sir.
headquarters. He wore a cheap baseball
Yeah,
cap
go on.
and wrinkled khakis. Security almost didn't let him in.
You were saying something?
Sorry, sir. Do you have any like a custom or a settings of your? Do you have any settings of a voiceover you are using, or like a
So
custom
this particular
voiceover
this particular
settings?
voiceover was created by me. This particular character that is talking was created by me, and I'll show you how to do that inside of 11th lab in our next class. Okay, I don't use generic voiceover that somebody else has generated. So I'll show you how to create your own voiceover. Are we together?
All right.
Yeah. So now I've downloaded that voiceover. We'll go inside of what's it called? Inside of CapCut and import our voiceover. We'll just import it. But do you realize our voiceover is like 3 minutes long? I think exactly 3 minutes long. I'll select all of these clips, reduce their speed, for example, a bit, so that it kind of matches with the length of my video or my audio. But what I'm going to do, I will change this. I'll be changing the videos, right? I'll change the duration. I'll be editing the video based on what the voiceover is saying. So let's
The year
go.
was 1985. A man in a beat-up pickup truck pulled into the parking lot of his own company headquarters. He wore a cheap baseball cap and wrinkled khakis. Security almost didn't let him in. This man was worth $2.8 billion. Company headquarters.
Now they said he was something, right? So these other parts, I'll just take it. Sorry, I'll just cut it here. So watch. Listen.
The year was 1985. A man in a beat-up pickup truck pulled into the parking lot of his own company headquarters. He wore a cheap baseball cap and wrinkled khakis. Security almost didn't let him in. This man was worth $2.8 billion.
You see? Was worth 2.8
His
billion.
name was Sam Walton, and he had just become the richest man in America. But his story didn't. Security almost didn't let him in.
So security almost didn't let him in.
This man was worth $2.8 billion.
I'll bring this down here.
His name was Sam Walton, and he had just become the richest man in America.
He was becoming the richest man in America. Okay.
But his story didn't start with billions. It started with a $25,000 loan. and a five and dime store that nobody wanted. It's 1945.
Now, if you check, there are so many empty spaces in this video, like all these parts where you see this in, where the character is not talking, right? It's called dead space. In our next class, I'm actually going to show you how to reduce your dead spaces, how to cut them. For this one, let's just follow the story.
But his story didn't start with billions. It started with a $25,000 loan and a five and dime store that nobody wanted. It's 1945. World War II has just ended. Sam Walton, a 27-year-old former Army intelligence officer, is standing in front of a tiny variety store in Newport, Arkansas. The building is old. The paint is peeling. The shelves inside are half empty.
Okay, hold on. I just realized
The year was
something.
1985. A man in a beat-up
I just
pickup
realized
truck pulled
something
into
now.
the parking lot of his own company headquarters. He wore a cheap baseball cap and wrinkled khakis. Security almost didn't let him in. This man was worth $2.8 billion.
So security did not almost allow him. I'm going to take this in to this point.
His name was Sam Walton. And
Let's hold on. I want to go back here to see how our scene were generated. Let me go back. So okay, after this one we have him here. Okay, so let's go back instead of CapCut.
he had just become the richest man in America. But his story didn't start with Bill.
In fact, let me also delete those empty spaces. You see these empty spaces here where the character is not talking. It's too much. So I'll just do Ctrl B, cut, edit it, and then drag it. Okay, this is that part. Now let me reduce the speed a bit. Drag it here to reduce the speed. And the space here is too much. I'll do Ctrl B, cut. Do you see that I'm reducing those dead space?
And
So watch.
he had just become the richest man in America.
And he just became the richest man in America. Then I'll cut all those silence. The silence in the video is too much. It's too much. And if you keep it, your video is going to be very uninteresting to watch.
But his story didn't start with
So this other part, I will drag it here.
billions.
Then start with billions. I'll cut this other part out, so that I don't have too much empty space.
It started with a $25,000 loan and a five and dime store.
So this other part, I'm going to make it very long. That first part where I'm talking about the stuff
That nobody wanted.
that nobody wanted. Right? So you see this thing that we are doing right now. We are making sure that our story is not boring. You can be telling a good story, but if the dead space, all those empty space is too much, people would not want to watch it to the end.
It's 1945. World War II has just ended.
World War II has just ended. So all this dead space, I'll just be editing them.
Sam Walton, a 27-year-old former Army intelligence officer, is standing in front of a tiny variety store in Newport, Arkansas.
Do you see? It's standing in front of us. So we need to make sure that this particular clip covers all these parts where he said that he's standing in front of a store. There are people that their audio does not even match what's happening in their video. And nobody wants to watch your video if your video is like that. Remember that you're actually creating these videos for human beings to watch.
The building is old. The paint is peeling. The shelves inside are half empty. His wife, Helen, looks at him with concern. Inside are half empty.
So his wife, Shelly, looks at him with concern. There's a scene where we've already created of him and his wife, right? This one. I'll
Please.
just drag it here.
Are half
and then
empty.
see.
His wife, Helen, looks at him with concern.
Looks at him with concern, but the dead space here is too much. Let me see.
Sam, are you sure about this?
Okay, this is that part. I'm going to increase it a bit. Sam, are you sure about this? Drag this back. Bring this here.
Sam grins. He's borrowed $25,000. $20,000 from his father-in-law. $5,000 he scraped together himself. He's never run a store before. He has no retail experience. But he has something else. An obsession. The store is a Ben Franklin franchise. Sam opens it with a simple philosophy. Sell products for less. Make up the profit in volume. While other store owners marked up products by 45%, Sam only marked his up by 30%,
Okay.
while other store owners marked up
So this is that part where I see talking about him. I'm going to
products by
delay the video a bit
45%. Sam
because
only
they've not
marked
talked
his up
about
by
the temperature
30%.
yet.
People thought he was crazy. His competitors laughed. You can't make money.
So this other one too, I'm going to make it a bit long because the part where he talked about
Sam
eviction
only
notice
marked
that is
his
in
up by
front.
30%. People thought he was crazy. His competitors laughed. You can't make money selling things cheaper than everyone else, they said. But Sam had done the math. If he sold more items at a lower profit margin, he'd make more money overall. It was simple arithmetic, revolutionary arithmetic. Within
Okay.
5 years, his little store in Newport became the top Ben Franklin franchise in the entire region. Sam was making money hand over fist. He was happy. His family was settled.
So his family was settled. Something bad is about to happen. Yeah. So
He's never run a store before.
this is that part too. I'm going to delay it a bit. So these are actually make some of my clips longer.
He has no retail
by
experience,
slowing down.
but he
this.
has something else, an obsession.
So let's go forward. There's a part they talked about that he was
Truck.
evicted from his house.
Sam walks into his store like any other morning. But today, there's a letter waiting for him.
There's a letter waiting for him. Do you see? So at this point in time now,
He opens it, and his face goes pale. His landlord is refusing to renew his lease. Why? Because the landlord's son wants the location for himself. He's seen how successful Sam has made the store, and now he wants it. Sam tries to negotiate. He offers more money. He pleads. He argues. Nothing works. The law is on the landlord's side. The lease is up, and Sam has to leave. In September 1950, Sam Walton walks out of his Newport store. Leave. In
Okay, so these are the parts now. Or this is
September 1950, Sam Walton walks out of his Newport store for the last time. The works. The law is.
So hold on. These are the parts now. I need to make it. I think this is the part where it's arguing with you.
Is on the landlord's side. The lease is up, and Sam has to leave. In September 1950, Sam Walton walks out of his Newport store for the last time. The business he.
Okay, so this is that part. So I think we need to make it a bit
Money.
faster. Same as this.
He pleads. He argues.
Yeah, let me see.
In September 1950, Sam Walton walks out of his Newport store for the last time. The business he built from nothing, the success he created, it all belongs to someone else now.
What belongs to someone else?
He's
now.
32 years old. He has a wife and 4 kids, and he has to start over. Most men would have quit.
So most men.
Would have found a safe job and given up on their dreams. But Sam Walton wasn't most men. He moved
Okay.
his family to Bentonville, Arkansas, a tiny town of 3,000 people in the middle of nowhere. He bought another rundown store.
Okay, so here, and I think that's.
He bought another rundown store on the town square. He called it Walton's 5 and 10, and he got back to work. But this time, Sam had nowhere. He bought another rundown store on the town square. He called it Walton's 5 and 10, and he got back to work. But this time, Sam had learned a valuable
By this time.
lesson. Never let someone else control your destiny. He bought the building.
Okay, I'm going to take this out.
He would never be forced out again.
You will never be forced out again. So hold on, let me see. This part is already out. Okay, I'm not sure we need this other scene. Neither do we need. Let me see.
His family to Bentonville, Arkansas, a tiny.
So here, I'll reduce the speed. But hope you are following, right?
His family to Bentonville, Arkansas, a tiny town of 3,000 people in the middle of nowhere. He bought another rundown store on the town square.
Are you following?
He called it Walton's
Are you there? I
Yes,
can't hear
sir.
you.
5 and 10, and he got back to work.
Yes, sir.
But this time, Sam had learned a valuable lesson. Never let someone else control your destiny. He bought the building. He would never be forced out again.
Will never be forced out again. So the last thing I'm going to do here is, because my next class has in exactly 3 minutes time. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to generate my caption. Right? You know, there are people that will watch your video without listening to the audio. or sometimes when your video start playing, this thing is turned off. Do you get?
Yes, sir.
So when you actually do your stuff, you need to put narration. So I'll click on template and just choose one generic one. Let me play the video to the end now. Okay.
1985, a man in a
So
beat-up
these are some of
pickup
the videos
truck
you see
pulled
on
into the
These are
parking
the
lot of his own company headquarters. He wore a cheap baseball cap and wrinkled khakis. Security almost didn't let him in. This man was worth $2.8 billion. His name was Sam Walton, and he had just become the richest man in America. But his story didn't start with billions. It started with a $25,000 loan and a five-and-dime store that nobody wanted. It's 1945. World War II has just ended. Sam Walton, a 27-year-old former Army intelligence officer, is standing in front of a tiny variety store in Newport, Arkansas. The building is old. The paint is peeling. The shelves inside are half empty. His wife, Helen, looks at him with concern. "Sam, are you sure about this?" Sam grins. He's borrowed $25,000. $20,000 from his father-in-law. $5,000 he scraped together himself. He's never run a store before. He has no retail experience. But he has something else, an obsession. The store is a Ben Franklin franchise. Sam opens it with a simple philosophy: sell products for less, make up the profit in volume. While other store owners marked up products by 45%, Sam only marked his up by 30%. People thought he was crazy. His competitors laughed. "You can't make money selling things cheaper than everyone else," they said. But Sam had done the math. If he sold more items at a lower profit margin, he'd make more money overall. It was simple arithmetic, revolutionary arithmetic. Within 5 years, his little store in Newport became the top Ben Franklin franchise in the entire.
So I'm actually going to send you the full video and the recorded video for this